Pine pollen has been used in traditional Chinese medicine for centuries, but it's only recently that scientists are beginning to understand why it's so effective. A new study shows that pine pollen can help inhibit and even repair DNA damage. Yes, you heard right. It can protect and repair our DNA. Now, this could have far-reaching implications for our health. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you 5 surprisingly great benefits of pine pollen and how it affects our genetic makeup. So you want to make sure that you pay close attention to the entire video for that. Welcome back to Fab Dandy, where we explore healthy lifestyle options designed to help you achieve your goals. So what is pine pollen, and where does it come from? Pine pollen is a yellow dust with a natural golden tint color, made mainly of particles the size of sand grains. It is produced by pine trees, and there are more than 125 species in the Pinus genus and Pinaceae family. Just a few of which include Pinus tabuliformis, the Chinese red pine; Pinus sylvestris, known as the Scots pine; Pinus taeda, commonly known as the loblolly pine. I will do a separate video on some intriguing facts about the loblolly pine. And finally, the Pinus longiva, popularly known as the Great Basin bristlecone pine, is a long-lived bristlecone pine tree found in the upper mountains of California. Methuselah is a 4,854-year-old bristlecone pine that is the oldest known living non-clonal organism on Earth. The actual location of this tree is kept hidden, to protect it. Now, back to the study I mentioned earlier. The study was conducted by a team of Chinese researchers, and it's one of the few to show that pine pollen can help repair DNA damage. The purpose of this study was to see how pine pollen affected kidney mitochondria DNA deletion mutation in senile mice. The method used: Kunming senile mice were randomly assigned to one of 2 groups, pine pollen or senile control. A youthful control group was also chosen at random, and pine pollen was provided orally to mice in the pine pollen group on a regular basis. The youthful control group and the senile control group received isometric sodium chloride injections orally. PCR technique and a photodensity scan were used to detect deletion mutations in mitochondria DNA after 60 days. Melandialdehyde, MDA, levels and superoxide dismutase, SOD, activity were measured in kidney tissues. The result: the senile control group had a substantial rise in relative levels and deletion mutation of mitochondria DNA. The pine pollen group had less depletion of kidney mitochondria DNA than the senile control group. This indicates that pine pollen can dramatically reduce MDA volume while increasing SOD activity. Conclusion: pine pollen can suppress deletion mutation of mitochondria DNA in senile mice, implying that pine pollen can reduce oxidative damage to mitochondria DNA and protect it. As a result, it offers a molecular explanation for pine pollen's anti-aging impact. The findings are published in the National Library of Medicine. I'll drop the link in the description box below. Now, let's look at the 5 advantages I promised. 1. DNA repair. Pine pollen is rich in a nutrient called selenium, which is essential for DNA repair. Selenium is found in very few foods, so most people don't get enough of it. Unfortunately, because we are constantly exposed to DNA damage from things like pollution and UV radiation, our bodies can't repair the damage because we don't have enough selenium. Pine pollen also contains a high concentration of another substance called telomerase. Telomerase is an enzyme that also helps to protect and repair DNA. It is found in all cells, but its concentration decreases as we age. This is one of the reasons why our cells start to break down and we experience age-related diseases. Pinolenic acid is another compound found in pine pollen, which has been shown to bind to and activate a specific receptor in human cells that regulates gene expression. This means that pine pollen can influence which genes are turned on or off in the body, potentially resulting in a wide range of health benefits. For example, one study showed that pinolenic acid was able to turn on genes that promote fat burning and reduce inflammation. This suggests that pine pollen may help with weight loss and reduce the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and arthritis. Because of its high levels of antioxidants and other nutrients that can help to boost our immune system and protect our cells from damage. It can help inhibit the growth of malignant tumors. Also, it can help reduce estradiol levels in men, which can contribute to prostate cancer. Some scientists believe that pine pollen may even be able to reverse some of the effects of aging. 2. Cognitive function, memory and anti-aging. Pine pollen Recent studies have shown that pine pollen can help to improve cognitive function and memory. It contains a wide range of amino acids, including phenylalanine, a protein building block. This specific element is quite active in the brain, where it boosts levels of dopamine, creates and repairs neurotransmitters, and performs various other functions. It may also help to protect against age-related diseases such as Alzheimer's disease and dementia. A study on the anti-aging properties of pine pollen in human diploid fibroblast 2bs cells, and in an accelerated aging model was carried out in China, by Zhejiang Hospital. Results showed that pine pollen might slow down the aging process in cells in mice, making it an appealing treatment with the potential to cure early indicators of aging and lessen age-related disorders in humans including memory issues. Except for cancer cells, research has demonstrated that cells in living beings cannot divide indefinitely. Instead, normal cells divide based on age and for a defined period of time, a process known as replicative senescence. The researchers discovered that pine pollen delayed replicative senescence in adult human cells. Furthermore, investigators discovered that pine pollen reduced memory errors in a rodent neurological activity study. They also detected an increase in the activity of antioxidant molecules and a decrease in the activity of inflammatory chemicals. Because it contains a variety of antioxidants and amino acids, including L-methionine, pine pollen can slow down the aging process. Pine pollen contains a lot of methionine, an amino acid, in its natural, unprocessed state. It functions by reversing aging-related indicators, making you feel and appear younger. Additionally, it contains a highly concentrated amounts of the amino acid pinolene, which has been shown to trigger the production of collagen and elastin, both essential for healthy, youthful-looking skin. It directly enhances the strength and pliability of skin and nails, while fostering strong, healthy hair growth. If you're liking the video so far, please give it a thumbs up, and share it with your friends and family. It really helps with the algorithm. 3. Assist in detoxification. Pine pollen contains antioxidants such as resveratrol, brassinosteroids, and superoxide dismutase, SOD. The latter assists your body in detoxifying and eliminating free radicals before they cause cellular damage. Free radicals are molecules that our bodies utilize to kill invading microorganisms but can cause damage if their levels get too high. Free radicals can also be produced as a result of the complicated chemical events that our systems go through when converting the food we eat into useful energy. Antioxidants are naturally occurring chemicals that slow or prevent cell damage caused by free radical molecules. Many experts have been studying the antioxidant capabilities of pine pollen because they have the potential to help prevent aging and cancer-causing diseases. When examined in a human liver, a large study found that pine pollen both removed and inhibited the formation of new free radicals. Also, the pine pollen extract was anti-inflammatory, lowering the chemicals associated with inflammation. A carbohydrate produced from pine pollen was discovered to have antioxidant action in a recent study in cultured cells in mice. Furthermore, when tested with a hazardous substance, researchers discovered that pretreatment of rodents with pollen-derived carbohydrate reduced both visible liver damage and the quantity of enzymes associated with liver damage. In addition to detoxification, SOD offers other health benefits, such as the prevention of lipid peroxidation. Protein and DNA damage, as well as cytotoxicity, are caused by lipid peroxidation, which is a critical step in the development of various diseases, including cancer. SOD also boosts abstract glutathione, GSH, and glutathione S transfer ASs, GSTs, the body's two principal lines of defense against both acute and chronic toxins. It assists your body in detoxifying environmental toxins. GSTs also helps to prevent and detoxify oxidative stress metabolites. 4. Anti-inflammatory. Pine pollen includes numerous natural anti-inflammatory components that may not only aid in the prevention and treatment of chronic inflammatory conditions such as arthritis, but may also provide immediate relief from muscle pain. Methylsulfonylmethane, MSM, is one of the best when it comes to treating a wide range of medical diseases and symptoms, including inflammation and pain, particularly in people who have aching joints or arthritis. Because pine pollen contains the compound MSM, it helps trigger your body's natural inflammatory response, which releases endorphins, which act as a natural painkiller. MSM also supports collagen formation as well. Collagen is a protein that is necessary for strong hair and nails, but it is also a vital component of the fluid that keeps your joints lubricated and pain-free. Additionally, it includes gibberellins, which are plant hormones that have anti-inflammatory and anti-tumor qualities, and phytoestrogens, which can help to balance hormones and reduce inflammation. 5. It boosts your testosterone and energy levels. According to studies, pine powder increases testosterone levels. About 0.8 milligrams of testosterone are present per 10 grams of pine pollen powder. The nutritional powerhouse can also boost energy levels and libido while enhancing sexual function, increasing muscular mass, and enhancing athletic performance. Pine powder is a good substitute for potentially dangerous non-natural pre-workout stimulants. It rapidly enhances pre-workout energy and vitality without generating any adverse effects. It is thus suitable for bodybuilders or energetic persons who have low energy levels due to hormonal imbalance, as well as those who prefer plant-based protein. The phytoandrogens androsterone, androstenedione, and dehydroepiandrosterone, DHEA, as well as the adaptogenic substances gibberellins and brasinosteroids, which have been shown to boost the male sex hormones, are abundant in pine pollen. Quickly, you can check out my last video in the top right corner, where I spoke about DHEA in more detail. Okay, back to the video. Together, they help both men and women achieve higher testosterone levels and healthier estrogen to testosterone ratios. Low testosterone levels have been linked to a variety of health issues, including obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. You also reduce your risk of now and later developing these health issues by raising low testosterone to a healthy level. I would post links to the different studies I mention from the National Library of Medicine in the description box below. So, do you believe that pine pollen is a healthy superfood? Let me know in the comment section below. Here's a little bonus tip for those that watched until now. The pollen isn't the only beneficial component of the pine tree. Pine bark is another option. In this scenario, the French maritime pine is the most commonly utilized pine tree. Pine bark compounds are quite astringent. It includes OPCs, oligomeric proanthocyanidin compounds. These are powerful antioxidants, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and anticarcinogenic agents. One of the advantages of pine bark is that it improves erectile function. In one Japanese trial, pine bark extract combined with L-arginine produced favorable outcomes in men with moderate erectile dysfunction. It seems logical that combining pine bark extract with pine pollen might have significant synergistic advantages. Pine powder is a full-spectrum protein that includes all the necessary amino acids, superoxide dismutase, more than 200 bioactive vitamins, minerals, polysaccharides, and several coenzymes and enzymes. It's frequently referred to as a nutritional powerhouse. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it and share it with your friends and family. That way it would reach more viewers like you.